Hej sammen og velkommen til min Nintendo E3-reaktion. Jeg er lige gået i gang med Star Fox. Jeg skal lytte på pustet sådan her. Ja, jeg er fan. Ja, sådan der. Godt så, støj på. Nu skal den ind over. Ja. Nej! Så, op. Fuck. Jeg ved, hvad det betyder. Okay. Nej, forkert sted. Støj. Ah! Kom så, op. Hvad er Star Fox? Den tager 3. Det tager 82. Blue Barrel! 0. What? Yo!
By the Fushimi Inari Shrine. I've had a relation with this shrine since I was a child. Because of that, I felt that I was always protected, as if it's my guardian angel. When I was a child, there was a TV show about fighter planes called Thunderbirds. That inspired me to make a game that had cinematic elements, with each character having a distinct personality and their own drama. That would be reflected in the dialogue and appear in scenes like where a cool character and enemies would appear.
I'm here for a job, of course, and looks like I get to have a little fun.
When it came to talking about details regarding how to make the main characters look and feel, we talked about all sorts of types of people. But ever since I was in school, I drew comics with caricaturized humanoid animals, and decided that the characters in this game should be based off animals. I then talked about it with Imamura-san, the designer, and we thought about the fox image. Then I thought, let's try making a fox the main character.
We're entering Corneria City now.
When there's an arch, you want to go under it, right? That's the kind of game I wanted to make.
Hashtag Star Fox, yes, effing indeed. Og Shenmue 3 er lige... Han kan ikke
This place is known for the row of arches.
I'm so happy right now.
So we went with this idea to create a game where you would fly through different arches. Star Fox is a game where you use a control stick, like the one you find on a plane.
Så vil
When you fly a real plane, you need to pull back on the control stick to fly up, right? Similarly, you can use the gyro on the gamepad to look all around and feel really immersed in the game. We'd like people to play as if they are flying a real plane. It's really exciting. For Wii U, with its 2 screens, we experimented with gameplay with ideas before this iteration of Star Fox. There were 2 screens that each serves a specific purpose. For example, we've tested using one screen for a more cinematic view and the other for gameplay. The Wii U gamepad has a gyro, and it's a big reason we decided to make this game. It's a cockpit view, so it feels like you're in the cockpit like this. You can aim by moving the gamepad around. In the other Star Fox games, you play by controlling your plane in third person on one screen. This time, the game world is shown on the TV, and you can focus in to aim on the gamepad. By using 2 screens, you can see yourself flying in third person on the TV while shooting down at the enemies below you from the cockpit view on the gamepad. You can be really immersed in the experience, so that's something I hope people can check out. On the Nintendo 64 system, you had to use a lot of buttons. But now, with the Wii U gamepad, you can use 2 sticks to do things like speed up and flip around. There's only 1 button to fire all the different weapons. So there are 4 buttons left, and with that, we thought, why not use these buttons to make the R-Wing transform?
Wow!
Let's use 1 button to do flips, and the other for a U-turn. The R-Wing transforming into a walker, that was in Star Fox 2. But since that game didn't make it out, I'm glad we were able to have it appear. The R-Wing transformation mechanic actually looks like it makes a lot of sense. There's the Landmaster, and also the Gyro Wing, which adds a lot of breadth to gameplay. With it, you can perform a lot of tasks as Fox. You can also play different stages with other vehicles too. So I hope you'll have fun trying out courses with different vehicles, even after
Jeg synes, det var meget tid til jorden rigtig det der man ikke kunne se.
We've rebuilt the game using ideas from the past, but it's not a Part 4 or Part 5. It's not a remake either, so we named it Star Fox Zero this time. The subtitle Zero was taken from how the kanji character looks in calligraphy. Star Fox is based off of the Japanese culture that inspired me, so I wanted people around the world to see this cool kanji character in the logo. When I saw it, it reminded me of a foxtail. We wrote the character with a brush and added the logo. It looks cool.
Amiibos.
Hi, and welcome to Nintendo's digital event for E3 2015. I'm Reggie Fils-Aimé, president of Nintendo of America. We began today having a little fun imagining ourselves as characters in the Star Fox universe. But that opening was more than just fun. It also represents a theme you're going to encounter consistently throughout Nintendo's experience for E3. That theme is transformation. Recently, Mr. Iwata has made several announcements on how Nintendo itself is being transformed, with expansion to Universal theme parks, mobile devices, and our new dedicated game platform, codenamed NX, which we'll tell you more about in 2016. Today, our purpose is more immediate, to focus on the transformations you'll be enjoying right inside your Nintendo gameplay in the coming months. If there's a secret to the longevity of Nintendo franchises, it is transformation. We never let them stand still. There always has to be something new, something compelling. And that even applies to the game Super Mario Bros., which is celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2015. To say he's been transformed over the years is obvious. But along the way, he's also transformed gaming, from establishing the platforming genre on the NES to the 3D world of Super Mario 64. Later this year, Super Mario Maker will take the next step by turning the essence of game creation over to you, our fans. Now, players will become creators as you build your own Mario levels that can be shared globally with friends. And who knows, maybe even I'll be playing, and of course beating your latest creation. Finally, nothing in our history has transformed our franchises quite like Amiibo. And as you'll find out this week, there are more new Amiibo on the way and more games for them to inhabit. In fact, right now, let's see how Amiibo are about to show up in a totally unexpected way.
Jeg vil nyde, hvad den stop motion animation skal gøre det der.
This year's Nintendo digital event, the team put me right to work. So I'm pleased to be here with Karthik Bala from the Vicarious Vision studio at Activision. And Karthik, we've got some great news to share.
Wow,
Activision. Yeah, so you know the hallmark of the Skylanders franchise has always been deliver brand new innovation.
Snakker med Skylanders og Mario.
For the first time, we're bringing a whole new toy category to life. We're bringing vehicles to life this year with our new game, Skylanders Superchargers, and really blending it to this epic vehicle adventure.
But there's more to it, right?
We've got 2 unexpected guest stars. So introducing turbocharged Donkey Kong and his vehicle, the Barrel Blaster. We also have Bowser. This is Hammer Slam Bowser. And his vehicle, the Clown Cruiser.
Bowser is always my favorite. I don't know why people say that I look like Bowser and at times act like Bowser.
Can we prøve en
As
Disney
you're playing
Infinity
as these figures, as
crossover med
you
Amiibo
have
nu?
the various vehicles, what happens?
So they have complete move sets and upgrade trees
Hej.
of
Nu.
powers and abilities, some
Kæft.
of which are natural, things that you would expect, like Donkey Kong throwing barrels and
Den
Bowser
havde jeg ikke
slamming
forventet.
down his hammer, but also really unexpected moves that harken back to elements of lore within the 30 years of history of these characters.
Men det så må kun
What
være
else can these
PlayStation
figures do?
You
exclusive.
put the figure on a Skylander's portal, they act as a Skylander, but you can twist the base and switch it to Amiibo, and it can be used as an Amiibo in another Nintendo game.
So again, these characters, these vehicles, only playable on Nintendo. So as you go through this collaboration with Nintendo, a company that is very protective of its franchises, that always likes to have total control, what was that like in terms of working with us to bring these fabulous experiences to
Jeg kan godt lide, de er meget ærlige.
Big like Nintendo fanboys, and I think we may have been a little too cautious at first. We wanted to have a form of Bowser where he became really big, and we pitched the idea of using Giga Bowser, and this is when the Nintendo team said, no, do something different, something new, and we created Magma Bowser,
Right.
Who's never been seen before, and his fire.
Jeg var nødt til at skrive en review bare for det der, for det der ser fedt ud.
We wanted to set the Koopa on fire, and
Jeg tror faktisk, jeg køber den
said,
næste
use
gang.
dry bones.
Right.
And so like dry bones, and they said, well, here's all the material for dry bones, and it was just, building on top of that, and we just didn't, we didn't think that we were going to get away with all of this stuff.
Karthik, thank you so much for sharing this information. And throughout the entire week, we're going to be sharing more and more information. You and your team are going to grace us at Nintendo Treehouse Live, and there's going to be a lot more information to share.
I'm super excited.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I wonder what's next.
Mario! It's me, Mario! Kan ikke så være til at danse nu? Både vi Miyamoto og ham danser. Hey! Jeg var bange for, at Nintendo ville fjerne den her video. What the fuck? Det er slags en ny Four-Stars-spil. Og en ting, jeg kommer til at brænde rigtig meget af den her. Nintendo, hvis I giver copyright på den her video, slår jeg ihjel. Okay, det gør jeg så ikke, men... Wow, indtil videre. And show each of your boss who is the boss. The boss. Hvorfor siger BU? Nej, hvorfor siger BU? Det siger ikke BU. I'm the boss in here. Der er mange hjerter. Nintendo! Miyamoto-san.
Hello, I'm Aonuma, the producer of Zelda. Today, I would like to talk about The Legend of Zelda: Triforce Heroes, the latest Nintendo 3DS Zelda game. I have the game's director, Shikata, here to introduce it with me.
Hello. I wanted to focus on multiplayer and co-op. Multiplayer in past Zelda games was more competitive, much like a party game. Everyone would gather to play to see who would get the most rupees. This time, I wanted players to cooperatively enjoy more serious Legend of Zelda gameplay elements, like solving puzzles and going through dungeons.
The 3D visuals of A Link Between Worlds was a great feature, especially in terms of depth. So I wanted to incorporate that into the multiplayer. That's why we came up with the totem mechanic. Co-op was fully realized with the totem mechanic. You can carry your friends on your shoulders and reach higher places.
Jeg har rigtig mange selvspil. Jeg har...
So we decided 3
jeg har... A Link to the Past, jeg har Ocarina of Time, og jeg har Skyward Sword.
For single player, there are supporting doll-like characters. There are 2 of them, and you can beat a level by switching between Link and these 2 dolls. The story starts in a kingdom that is just full of fashion-savvy people. Then, we find out something has happened. So the king is looking for a hero who could help. So different players are each claiming to be the hero. And so using items to defeat enemies and conquering dungeons is a familiar staple from other Zelda games. So it should appeal to fans of the series. This time, there's also a fashion element, where you collect items to create new outfits with new abilities. By buying and equipping these different clothes, your abilities change. So the same courses will offer different experiences depending on what you want.
Okay.
I think playing with people in online multiplayer where you can't see their reactions is fun too. I hope people invite others to try out the game with them as well.
When playing in multiplayer, we frequently hear Mr. Aonuma yelling excitedly about the game.
I have the loudest voice on the team.
Hvor er det træt.
Also for Nintendo 3DS, we have another new game. Last year, we had the Wii U version of Hyrule Warriors. We're now developing a 3DS version. This game is a reimagining of the Wii U game. It will include all the DLC characters from that one.
Nice. Oh, that fucking moon!
We are also adding additional characters and stages from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker to expand the gameplay. Hyrule Warriors is not like the Zelda games I create. It is an experience only Koei Tecmo can really bring to life. I hope you will enjoy Hyrule Warriors Legends, as well as The Legend of Zelda: Triforce Heroes on Nintendo 3DS.
Hero Tecmo Games. Team Ninja. Ninja. Zelda. Oh. Hyrule Warriors. Jeg troede ikke, man til mindre stod for Hyrule Warriors. Zelda fra Wind Waker. Jeg også komme fra Wind Waker. Hey, det er en fra mange forskellige source. Den fucking måne, kan vi få den væk? I don't like that moon! Not run bit! Fuck, jeg sidder dårligt. Ocarina of Time!
Hey.
Level in progress. What the fuck is that? Oh, and shooter. Go down. Metroid Prime! Yes, her gør det der. Metroid Prime til 3DS. Fallout 4, Doom, Shenmue 3, The Last Guardian, fuck min internet, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, og nu alt det her. Sonic. Det var meget til, at det var sådan ikke noget for Fire Emblem, men der fandt det derfra. Jeg ønsker at have flere ting, så jeg fandt det. Jeg tænker på Fire Emblem.
Once and for all, no more games. To the death.
Here I come. I'll show you.
I won't surrender. Now pay for your betrayal.
Don't look at me. Please.
There is only one punishment. The sentence is death.
Try to be at peace.
Siden man kan høre Troy Baker.
Kill me if you want, but do it as yourself.
Atlas! I have no idea what that is. But maybe internet friends fuck up. God fuck mother effing damn it! Say what? Okay, så godt animeret ud, det der alt det der mission. Altså ikke det der Fireman Cross eller andet. Hvorfor så tænker på kat på den måde til det der? Ja, jeg spiller nogle lidt skøre spil. Altså, jeg har faktisk Jaguars og trim samling. Altså, skøre spiller mig ikke går sådan lidt i hånd i hånd. Jeg har stadig min spil sammen herovre. Altså, når jeg har spillet som... Jeg har spillet som Jaguars 3 og X-Files. Nå, det kan jeg ikke vise med det samme. Jeg har fået flere PlayStation 2-spil. PlayStation 1-spil mere. Og så ikke mange PlayStation 2-spil. Jeg har blandt andet også fået Tekken 2 og Gran Turismo 2. Så jeg har fået rigtig mange spil. Jeg mener rigtig mange spil. Og den har vist mest af alt. Det går sådan noget med min hånd. Donkey Kong! Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong. Nej. Xenoblade Chronicles 6? Earth has been destroyed. Skulle lige komme til at stemme fra. The Mariners on a... Hvad er det, der kunne jeg læse? Final Fantasy Mankind Facing Each Other. Det ligner Final Fantasy crossed med Mass Effect. Så var det ligner fandme meget Final Fantasy 15. Jeg ved ikke. It's time to suit up. Max! It's all mix now. Mother effing mix. Transformation mix. Mix. More mix. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Solgte den 14. 2015? Nå. 4. 12. 2015. Animal Crossing!
Good morning, Chiclo. Welcome to Nuke Zone. We run this ago. Starting today, you will be working in that big zone.
Nuke Zone. Where's the room?
Oh, that's such a blood lovely. Oh, what they were reminding me. Oh boy! I can read the thing on up. Cool.
Jeg skal nok prøve at lade stemmen lidt. Nogle gange lidt for nemt at gøre. Som sagt, altså bare så ved det, jeg er fynbo, så... Purchase phrase subject back didn't make it.
Come on here, boy!
Nu skulle den Mickey Mouse med bare sat fast i mig. Det er ikke... Happy Home Designer. World Premiere! Animal Crossing til Nintendo Wii U. Animal Crossing er Bimo Festival. Så AC er Bimo Festival for. Så skal jeg lige have min face. Så skal jeg tjekke en Twitter, så jeg lang tid at spille ind på den. Ja, jeg har en Twitter. Det var simpelthen Bimo Festival. Nice.
Yoshi! Yoshi, Sean!
Det spil ser fandme flot ud. Pauser.
Hi, I'm Emi Watanabe, and I work in software planning and development department at Nintendo. And I am a coordinator. I work with developers in making Nintendo games. I've worked on Kirby's Epic Yarn with the same developer, and I was in charge of designing Yoshi's Woolly World with Tezuka.
Ja, jeg ser det der.
Working with Tezuka
Ja,
is very inspirational. he is the leader of this project. At the
Det
same
ser
time,
rimelig hurtigt.
he has the perspectives of the player. So he has both elements, the leader and the player. At first, I decided to make some yarn Yoshi just for fun, because I'm not a programmer or an artist, so I wasn't able to make something in the actual game. So, and the development team was really working hard. So I thought to myself, well, is there anything that I can do in some way to help this game? I went home and got some yarn and I decided to make my very first yarn Yoshi. When I brought it back to the office, the smiles on the face of my colleagues really struck me. There was this proposal made at Nintendo saying that maybe for a game like this, a plushie amiibo would be more fun to have, because it goes well with the vibe of the game. And when I heard that, I fell in love with that idea.
Måske jeg ikke ser det, men jeg er i gang med at tjekke nogle andre ting.
Prototypes.
Ja, det ved jeg godt, jeg ser det i forvejen.
The shape of his body transforms into different shapes. So he turns into like a propeller when you jump, and he turns into a mallet when he does the ground. But also the world itself is yarn.
What's up guys, Roy Powers with IGN News, and Shenmue 3 has been successfully funded on Kickstarter, smashing through its $2 million target less than 9 hours after the campaign went live. Sony showcased Shenmue 3 and revealed the game's crowdfunding campaign during its E3 press conference. The campaign began with several $10,000 pledge opportunities, one of which came with the original jacket worn by Masaya Matsukaze during Shenmue press events 14 years ago, and the other an invitation to a dinner party in Japan with Yu Suzuki. But unfortunately, they are all already gone. Sorry for teasing you, but there is, however, a list of stretch goals set for targets up to $4 million, ranging from German, French, Spanish, and Italian subtitles to a so-called skill tree system. The team explains that there will be more details to come for these goals after the funding is reached.
We are very confident that the game provides both challenge and the fun.
Ser flot ud, men that's about it. Jeg har set det derfor, jeg gør det væk. Og jeg har hacken til en Wii U, fordi Nintendo har husket Zelda.
You can either cooperate with your friend, you can help each other out, you can swallow the other Yoshi, turn him into a yarn ball, and then throw it to high areas so that the other Yoshi can reach that area. So you can do a little bit of a competition with your friend. You can be a little
jeg har faktisk optaget hele Besæftas, men jeg glemte at optage med lyden. Men godt, jeg har en 5 gigabyte pixeldata på min PC.
If you have a Mario amiibo, you can get a Mario Yoshi, which is a Yoshi in Mario pattern, in Mario design. so if you have an amiibo at home, maybe you can have fun trying out different.
Hvorfor man på Letterboxd? Så faktisk, det er nogle gange lidt mærkelige ting.
In this game, when we
Og ja, det er måske lidt ærgerligt at se min rating af Jurassic World allerede der.
So that's why we decided to have him again in this game. He barks when there's an important.
Men jeg er bare lidt uinteresseret i det her spil, derfor jeg laver småting imellem.
Even after you clear the level, it's really fun to go back, revisit that level, because there's always something that you missed out on. You always find something new. It would be great if you can collect all the items in one go.
Så Vim Station er awesome,
so I hope people can enjoy.
Det er hvor det kommer først ind.
Most of all, I want people to feel happy when playing this game.
Det ser ligner Pokémon. Er det også... Det er Pokémon rip-off. I'm not fucking around here. Det er en kedelig Pokémon rip-off. Ved du hvad det? Det ligner Digimon-klon. Ja, jeg har en Digimon plushie. Deal Rapid! Demon. Nej, jeg er stor Demon-fan. Jeg har 5 VHS på den lige ved siden af Demon. Samt 5 VHS, sjovt også 5 VHS på en Pokémon. Why are you effing up? Jeg tror, jeg har mit batteri på en main lige nu. Fordi Nintendo ikke keder mig!
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic Guy. Remember it so you don't have to. And welcome to another edition of WTR.
Sure, den kan jeg faktisk godt. Oh, was that real? Weird. Det er ret til Mario. RPG cigar. Det er Paper Mario. Det ser ud til at være til review.
Together for 30 years now.
Miyamoto,
If there's
Takeshi.
3 ideas presented to both of us,
It's okay.
we pick the same one.
As the years went on and we made more and more side-scrolling games, we had to create a more advanced tool to design them with. This became the basis of Super Mario Maker.
The tool got so good that the more we worked with it, the more we realized we could also turn it into something everyone could enjoy. With Super Mario Maker, anytime you make an edit, you can see the results right away. This instant feedback can really help your imagination run wild.
Back in the day, we had to create everything by hand. To design courses, we would actually draw them one at a time onto these sheets of graph paper. We'd then hand our drawings to the programmers, who would code them into a build. While digging up these old documents, we found this. It's very precious. When we first thought of the idea of Super Mario Brothers, we had a concept of land, air, and sea. See this old sketch of Mario throwing fireballs from a moving cloud? You can now do that in Super Mario Maker. You can even control where the cloud flies.
In the old days, when we needed to fix or change part of the course, it would get really messy if we tried to edit the original drawing. So we'd put this see-through paper on top to make edits.
A lot of things might look familiar, but you can combine various elements from the different games to create entirely new stuff. Like stacking different enemies on top of each other to make a huge tower, and then putting a bullet bill on top.
You
can even put things we've never placed underwater. Right, there are some enemies that don't normally appear underwater, like Goombas. When you put one underwater in Super Mario Maker, it will swim like a small shrimp. Mario can even take on the appearance of other characters. Tap a compatible amiibo, like Wii Fit Trainer, and Mario can turn into Wii Fit Trainer when he gets a mystery mushroom. It's called Costume Mario. We have a lot of these planned. To celebrate Super Mario's 30th anniversary, we're releasing an 8-bit amiibo. When you use it, your Mario in-game is going to appear a bit bigger. The amiibo itself is pretty big too, to reflect the effect in the game. There's also a Super Mario Maker booklet. The booklet has a lot of sample courses. It's really fun just looking at them, as if this is what would happen if you design the world of Mario in real life.
Jeg tror faktisk, jeg kommer til at købe nogle af de ting. Nintendo, you have my money.
I start by making a course I want to play, which is usually like 2-1 or 2-2. Once that's done, we try to make it a little easier, so we move on to making 1-1. It's always like that. I may come across as a mean person by saying this, but in 1-1, there's a Goomba, which is clearly an enemy, but there's also a super mushroom, and you might run when you first see it. You run, but there's a block above, so you can't run. So if you jump, the ceiling is low, so you usually hit it. But when you do, you grow big. It's a surprise. There are stairs, but there are gaps. But the first gap has a floor, and the second one is the one you want to avoid because it's bottomless. So it's a tutorial in a sense. We put a lot of thought into those types of things.
When playing a Mario game for the first time, it's a challenge to run and jump at the same time. New players usually fall into the first pit because they can't make the jump. But they learn from it. They usually fall into it because they can't make it.
It's like game design training software.
Try it if you want to get into game design.
With enough practice, anyone can become a good course designer.
It's wondering no one's
Earlier I said that Nintendo's experience for E3 is all about transformation. And while we've given you here in 2015, there's still much more to share. Next, Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 begins. We'll kick off with Mr. Miyamoto and fellow developers flying through Star Fox Zero. And if you can't wait to get your hands on Super Mario Maker, the opportunity is right in front of you. On Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from noon until 5 p.m. local time, you can walk.
Ryan's on the Ryan! Nå, jeg känner det blir en vandreagerad internet. Come on! Let's do this! Biatchy Sitch. I'm becoming very patient here. I'm not so patient! It's me, Mario! sjældent at se fanvideoer i Nintendo. Jeg har ikke brug for den her green. It's a Mario Apocalypse! Mario Apocalypse! Nej, Miyamoto!
That's for Mario. That's for Mario. How open?
Synes Nintendo inden for
Now it's your
fans.
turn. Visit letsupermario.com and help us celebrate his 30th anniversary by submitting your own Super Mario video. And do it for a good cause, with Nintendo making a donation to the non-profit group Operation Smile. Visit our site for details. Let's have some fun, let's support a great cause, and let's Super Mario.
Super Mario.
I would like to see the competitions do that. Bears.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
There you have it, Nintendo's presentation from E3 2015. I'm Damon Hatfield.
Hej, det var Nintendo. Så godt ud. Jeg kunne rigtig godt lide den. Der er nogle ting, jeg glæder mig til den. Jeg håber, nu starter vist meget snart Square Enix, så jeg pauser den her, og skal få noget godt gjort op meget hurtigt. Så ja. Hvad var jeres holdning til konferencen? Kommenter, like, subscribe, bye!